Hello my friends, today we're gonna talk about the famous and one of the more important and the nicest mechanical camera ever made, the Nikon FM2. Let's get started. Why is this camera so famous? I think mostly for two reasons. One, the first is the look, which looks really vintage but really good with this black finish on the top, which was used again in the new Nikon ZFC, which is a mirrorless camera. And the second reason which makes this camera so popular is the fact that it was the first camera ever to arrive at over 1/4,000 of a second, which is a mechanical speed, and this is awesome. After that, with electronic shutters, they can easily make faster speeds, but this is mechanical. You can shoot with this camera without batteries, and this is incredible at all speeds. And another thing that was really interesting is how this camera can realize this high speed. And the reason is this shutter. Is this incredible shutter made in titanium of this bee's shape. I show you how this camera shuts. Look at that, how nice mechanism has this camera. This is 1/4,000 of a second and is that fast that you can see actually moving this shutter. And how this camera works. Let's see all the function of this camera. First of all, here back you have the battery, because if you want to use the internal exposimeter, you have also to use batteries. But without the batteries, you can shoot at any speed. Also, the self-timer you can use without batteries. And here back have the place to use two batteries of 1.5 volts. Also, here you have the automatic shutter you can put here, and you need a film. And to open this camera, you have not only to push this out because it doesn't come out, you have to put back this thing and get out, and after that you can open. This is made to not open the camera for an error, for a mistake. And internal you will see the exposimeter, and I don't know if I can show here because I don't think it's too close, but I will show you another images. You also internal you can see the speeds in the viewfinder, and you also can see with a little prism here the aperture of the camera. This is the reason there we have 2 times the aperture, because one uses to see the aperture in the viewfinder. Also, you have the counter of your shots. After that, to change the camera is really simple. You change time and shot. I make you some shots to listen how good it sounds. And 1 second. Wow, really nice. I really love the sound. It feels really good and solid. And after you have charged the film, when you start shooting, you can make double exposures, and it's really easy. You have to push back this thing, and when you charge, you can see the counter doesn't go at the next stop, because it doesn't move the film. This is for double exposures. And also if you don't use this, the counter goes normally. After that, when you close When you close this thing, you can shoot. I show you. If I close, it doesn't work the shutter button for involuntary shots. You have to open and you can shoot. Another thing really nice in this camera is the previous field of view. You have this button here to close the diaphragm and to see in the mirror the depth of field. And also you have the self timer. You push down. And one thing that I want to show you is the mirror. The mirror gets up when you start the timer. This is a really important thing. And here, and his shot has shot. And this is really important because reduces the vibration and the motion of the mirror when he gets up. And not all cameras have this feature to get up the mirror. Anyway, it's really easy to, this is the button to change the lens. This is for the lenses to measure the exposure. Really simple. We have contact for flash. And this is it. It's a really simple camera. You have also the bulb mode to open the shutter until you close. And here inside the bottom you have the remote, the old remotes for a long exposure. You also can change these glasses. If you need the glasses, you can use the compensation glasses here. And also inside the camera, you can change the glasses the focusing glasses. You have a lot of choices, and you can change here. Here is the prism to see the aperture inside the mirror, inside the viewfinder, sorry. And this is it. I hope you like this camera because it's really interesting camera. And some people say that it's not really useful 1/4000 of a second. But I think this is because you want to mount on a really wide open lens like f1.2. You need a really fast speed, and this can be really useful. The last thing that I remember now is to change the sensitivity of the film, which is really easy to change. You have to get out this thing and to rotate. Really easy. And that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like this camera, and we will see with the next camera in next video. Bye bye.